Hi, I'm playing Layers of Fear, and I'm recording it because I really want to play the game, but I don't handle horror very well, so some part of me is hoping that turning it into more of an experience will make it more fun, so we're gonna go with that.
I know how you must feel. Lost. Alone. Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way. A way to bring it all back. The one precious thing you ever truly desired. Finish it.
Every portrait that is painted with feeling is a portrait of the artist, not of the sitter. Oscar Wilde, The Picture of Dorian Gray. So, I have actually played through this first part once before. Ooh, mouse sensitivity, hello. I so graciously messed up the recording. So here we are, going for take 2 or 12 or whatever many. That is very loud. Gallery opening wows critics. Some call him the new Caravaggio, others compare him to Van Eyck, and one awestruck critic, who wished to remain unnamed, went as far as to invoke the spirit of the great Leonardo. Any way you slice it, the exhibition proved an immense success. Distinct style has been praised for its unique combination of Renaissance influences and more progressive techniques. The artist himself attended the event in the company of his beautiful fiancée. Looking stunning in her black gown, they revealed to us exclusively that the couple are indeed expecting fun-filled, fabulous bundle of joy to abuse. I mean, to love forever. Dear Sir, we would like to ask you to cease bothering our pest control specialist, as well as refrain from sending us any more of your highly inappropriate letters. I'll have you know that my mother is a respectable woman and does not take kindly to such accusations. All of our employees that visited your house reported absolutely no signs of a rodent infestation of any kind, and as such decided not to act farther than a prophylactic spraying. Please treat this letter as a final warning, or else the next envelope you'll receive will be from our lawyers. With best regards, Carl Denton, Pesky Pest Pacification Co. Fun name, great alliteration, but alas, I get tongue-tied super easily. Dog collar, or person collar, depending on what you're into. Figured you'd be up all night, so I made you a little treat. You know, I bet even Remembran occasionally took time off from being brilliant and snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know, gasp. In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. I love you. I don't think anything happens here, but I'm nervous anyways. Because what if this time there's a scare that I missed last time? I can't see anything. And the thunder is very loud. Turn off the tap that's been on for who knows how many days, weeks, months, years. One below knee prosthesis from Achilles Prosthetics Co. How the hell did they mess up the length? Well, you see, they measured once and cut twice. Easy mistake. I too sometimes mess up that, you know. Sir, I didn't touch the workshop, just like you asked, although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office. Have a nice day. I didn't realize you'd go down in the basement here. Also, I think I need to lean back and turn off my overhead light. Okay, now I'm properly in the horror game ambiance setting. I don't think I came down into the basement my first time through here. I don't like it, and I would like to call bullcrap because there are, in fact, rats. Is there a light switch anywhere? No, there are no lights. Amazing. Just candles of questionable influence and broken glasses. Report card, reading CDFC, written communication. Wow. At least they're excelling in art and doing good in music. Just like their parents. Thank God. I love it when doors are locked and I can't get into them. That means I don't have to go towards any more spooks. Okay, stop. I have a broom somewhere, I'm sure, and I'm not afraid to use it. Actually, I don't think they possess a broom in this house anymore. Certainly doesn't look like it. I can't see anything. Also, why are you keeping your child's report card in the basement? Is that not like upstairs on your desk sort of like property? Unless you keep the child in the basement, which I think is understandable. I'm sorry for yesterday. You were right. I overreacted. It's just that this isn't about me. It's about her. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I'm getting real tired of the thunder. I guess I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth to strive for perfection. Now I'm starting to sound like my father. I will work on my temper, though. Promise. We'll talk later. I love you. Congratulations on your deciding to work on your temper. I don't think it works. Plays just like in real life. I've never had a piano lesson. What? Okay. House is just falling apart. No big deal. Turn on every light. There's a switch. There is a switch. I love light switches. They're my favorite feature that we don't get to see again later. I mean, I don't know what happens in this game. I'm not reading that. My dear friend, let me ask you one simple question. Have you completely lost your mind? I know you're going through some rough times right now. I really do. That's why I've agreed to let you do those illustrations in the first place, for old time's sake. I even deliberately gave you a trivial task because I expected the Little Red Riding Hood to be something you can draw in your sleep. What I didn't expect is to get this demented nightmare fuel you submitted for a kid's bedtime story. There is no way in hell I'm using this, and I already regret agreeing to a payment in advance. Please get your stuff together. Your old pal, Liam Brickstone, Whispered Tale Publishing House. Yeah, our guy has some very lovely children's book images that I definitely would not have been scarred for life by as a toddler, or now. No. There's some other little lore bits here and there that we can pick up before we advance. Been working all night. Don't wake me up. Oop.
Stumbling all around, stumbling all around, stumbling all around. So funny. Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must declare I stepped right on her toes, and when she...
Okay, thank you. Great music. Cannot talk over it. The new face of music. A night at the opera becomes a night to remember. Might not be a household name yet, but just give her time. The incredibly talented multi-instrumentalist gave an astounding performance last night, winning over even the most ardent naysayers. She was simply astounding. I haven't seen such passion, energy, and skill in years, stated famed pianist Daniel Richter? Words? He was not alone in his praise, it seems, that even Anthony Giles, one of such and such's harshest critics, just 1 second. Okay. Even Anthony Giles, one of her harshest critics, has finally seen the light. Giles had previously made disparaging comments about the artist, stating that there's much more to performing music than enthusiasm and a pretty face. When asked if, after witnessing last night's performance, he regrets these words, Mr. Giles gave us a look that can only be described as a mixture of awe and embarrassment. Pressed for an answer, he simply said, yes. We caught up with the star, ... A lovely ring that I wish I could pocket and take home in real life. Galactic's grand opening in flames. Disastrous fire at the new department store leaves dozens fighting for their lives. The long-awaited opening of the Galactic department store turned into hell on Earth when the building's wiring burst into flames. While the majority of the visitors managed to reach the emergency exits in time, several unfortunate attendees were trapped in the back of the building, having no chance to escape the raging inferno. The exact number of casualties has not yet been determined, although it is estimated that at least a dozen people have been severely injured. The owner of the Galactic, Ronald Sheffield, has so far declined to comment on today's tragic events. I'd say we know somebody here was also injured. Good cane for beating ghosts with. Sorry, couldn't sleep. The leg's been acting up again. Figured I might as well do some work. Love you. That startled me. I'm sure that nobody here has an alcohol problem. No. Open. I don't think we can go past the blood, wine, grape juice, whatever room that is. Whatever liquid lays on the floor. No ghosts. I do not want to play ball. Thank you. Open. I know how to use drawers, I swear. Beautiful. Amazing. Do better. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's good. Definitely not at all a creepy object to keep in your bed. No, I too would sleep with a demented nutcracker. No, wait, not nutcracker. Soldier man. Whatever he is. I really wish items made sound so I could amuse myself rattling this for the next 5 minutes and drive everyone at home insane, but no. They have to take away my fun. I think that covers all of our bits and bobs, so on we go. Away from the thunder, thank God. Started to drive me insane somewhere in there. I'm a ghost too, or a vampire. Ah, there we go. I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. We live in the same house, for God's sake. Come talk to me when you're done, before you go to sleep. We're just gonna close these. Pretend like we don't have a problem. We do most definitely have a problem with alcohol and anger and everything in the world upsetting us. Lost, you deserve it. Finish it. I kind of want to know, like, if you mess with the contrast, if you could, like, see what's actually written without having to progress the game, but that ruins the fun. And so, our trip through hell begins. Gotta say, I like the original. It's still thundering. No, get me out of here. I like the original floor plan a lot. Come on. It always freezes there, and I don't know why. I like the original floor plan better. If I could finish a sentence, that would make this a lot better, I'm sure. Reconnect with your partner. Rebuild your relationship. Rediscover the joy of marriage. Rekindle the flame. Don't worry, you're not alone. Perfect relationships may look great on the silver screen, but the rest of us mortals have to face a simple truth. Nobody's perfect. And you know what? That's fine. In fact, many loving couples struggle with day-to-day life in a relationship. This does not make them any less special. It just takes some work, and we're here to help. Our consultants, all trained experts in their field, will help you identify the source of your troubles and deal with it at your own pace, whether it's a simple inability to talk, a simple miscommunication, money problems, or conflicting personalities. Where there's a problem, there's always a solution. And remember, it's never too late. I feel like there's some situations where it's definitely too late. Especially if just out of reach. Like, somebody's like, dead or something. I don't think counseling can help you there. Okay, back to the ever-changing floor plan, even though I like the original house. I'm going to keep saying that. I miss it. Going in circles. Is your bottom drawer? There we go. Save the date. They request the pleasure of your company to celebrate their wedding on Saturday, the 9th of June at St. Luke's Chapel at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. September, so might have missed the date on that one. I don't think boxes are supposed to whisper to you. I could be wrong. I mean, I know I don't have a lot of, life experience yet. $8.54. Thank you, Creepy Possessed Paintings. The past holds back. Look closer.
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
Not with that pickup line. If I don't look at the rocking chair, then it's not moving on its own. You've been snooping around my workshop again. For the last time, you are not allowed in that room. Even if the door happens to be open, I forbid it. This is your last warning. Next time, you'll have to look for a new job. Shh, don't. Just don't. Please. Thank you. What if we just put all this aside and just play dominoes? How about that? Would you like to play dominoes? Please? Maybe? That's a no. Okay. How about you? Would you play dominoes with me, perhaps? Is that a no? I think that might have been a no. My love, even though you have not been born yet, I can already feel your presence. It's simply amazing. I just can't believe how lucky I am. A year ago, all I had was talent and ambition. Now, against all odds, I have a career, a loving husband, and you. I have never been a deeply religious person. I guess what other people look for in a sermon, I found in perfecting my art. But now I can't help but feel like there's a higher power watching over me. They once told me that I would never succeed as a musician. Now I'm playing sold-out concerts at some of the most prestigious venues in the country. They also said I had a difficult character and that I would never find a soulmate. Guess again. Finally, a doctor once told me that I would never be able to have children of my own, and yet here you are, within me. I'm quite possibly the happiest woman in the world. I love you so much. I hate the concept of growing something in my body that I don't get to keep, like, in my body. Don't like it. It's like a parasite. Well, I'm not saying children are parasites. I'm gonna stop talking now. Let's just say the thought of pregnancy makes me deeply uncomfortable. And finish there. Ah, yes, why wouldn't we have secret bookshelves that lead down to the basement? Wait, now that you're up here, you want to play dominoes with me? Good talk. Like that blur filter you got going on. How you put an overlay filter on your brush will never, like, cease to amaze me. Paint deep lies.
Now, a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that. Hold that pose. I want to get all those lovely curves just right.
I don't like that. I understand couples have intimate times and whatnot, but I don't want to hear it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Can I jump into the flames too, please? I don't want any, thank you. I love reading, but you don't have to throw books at me. You know, like, I'll just read them on my own, in my own time. Thank you. Please stop hurting me inside and outside and everywhere. Hey, in regards to your previous letter, I'm sure it's nothing to be too concerned about. Women tend to get weird after having a baby, hormone imbalances and the like. When we had our first, I remember Valerie got the blues real bad. I would ask her what she wanted for lunch and she just burst into tears. Just be there for her and I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Now, I know I promised not to rush you and all, and by all means, enjoy your well-deserved time off. But just to let you know, I'm getting phone calls up the yin-yang, commissions left and right. You're a hot ticket, my friend. Maybe we should strike the iron while it's hot. But of course, the family comes first. Your friend and agent, Thomas Caldwell. You sound like a Thomas just by your letter. I don't know why that makes him sound like a Thomas, but it does. Thank you. Did jump scare me again? Also, no comments on the hormone imbalance stuff, because I haven't. If I back away from the door, do I... Oh, perfect. If I don't hear her crying, then everything's okay. No, I can still hear her. Damn it. If I jiggle the doorknob, does that make you feel better? Honey, your hairbrush is whispering to me again. No? That doesn't help either? Doesn't help me either, I feel.
It's about time for us to talk, don't you think? I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not until now.
I don't want to go any closer to the crying, if I can help it, please and thank you. We can help it, we're just escaping into the basement again. Crunchy? Missing anything? And we spilled tar all over the hallway, you know, remodeling and all that. Anything in here? Anything edible and not continually rotting fruit that's falling out of a painting in here? Hello? I think there was just an airmail knife delivered to you? Brick wall? Okay. We're having a time. You could solve world hunger with this painting. You just leave it in your kitchen for the fruit to, like, lay here and rot. Okay.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas. I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
Whose skin? Is it your skin? Is it your child's skin? Is it your wife's skin? Is it the hired help skin? Like, this is a very important question. I don't care about the method you use to get it at this point. I just want to know whose it is. Please, weigh the weight of your sins. Look at how heavy they are. Ugh. Oop. A little bit of lag. There's a dog right here. And it is gone. Is the skin on here now? Hate even now. Well, we got some new words to clear that up and a new trophy for our future murderer cabinet. Or no, wait, murderer and trading cabinet. That's what it is. Ugh. Other little goodies, doodads here and there. Okay, so... Oop. Deep breath, remember, you're a professional. It's just the first few strokes and you're over the hump. What's so hard about it? Probably the blood, the murder, the removing the flesh and blood, and I'm still hung up on you using actual human materials for your painting. I think that's the hard part. Okay, so I am stopping here for now. I will be playing more of this probably within the next couple of days, but I have to take it in little chunks. I am enjoying it though. Like, I hate it because it's horror, but also it's really good horror. So that's that, I guess.